Ciao Giuventini of the world. Ciao. New concept. It's a new concept, and I will tell you the truth because I try to be the honest guy here. I worked with Gareth from the car today. He sent me a message. He said, "We have to do something. We have to find a concept now. We have to do it." And I said, "Okay, well, what can we do?" We spoke about football a lot. We do a lot of things about tactics. What do you want to do? And then we said, okay, we go by unpopular opinions because I'm the good guy. I'm in the white side. You see, I'm in the white side. And then you have Gareth, my friend. He's in the black side. Why? Because he has a lot of unpopular opinion. So the concept of today will be that together, you in the chat, you will participate a lot because you will launch some topics. I don't know, just saying. Dybala to Manchester United, Pogba to Juve. What do we think? Then Gareth will explain his theory. I will give mine. Most of the time, we don't agree with each other, so we will debate. And at the end, you will decide who convinced you more. Okay. For example, this can be a great start. We will not start with Dybala immediately, but these are the questions. Unpopular opinion. We go. We shoot. We speak. And then you tell us. We will not speak about cricket, my friend. At least not now. Not now. So this is the concept.
Come on,
Ciao,
Australia. Come on, Australia. Let's win that one dayer against India. Let's go, boys. I'm a proud Aussie. We're going to win the cricket today. I had to talk about it, bro. It's a big deal. In Australia, the summer of cricket kicks off today. It's huge. It's a big deal.
So when are they playing Australia versus India? I have no idea about cricket.
In like, what's the time now? It's like 7:30. In about 7 hours, I think. So just enough time for me to go to sleep and wake up and enjoy 8 hours of cricket.
Great, great. I have no idea about cricket, so I can't help. But I'm sure we have a lot of people, big fans from India, Nepal, wherever, that are big fans of cricket. I can't talk about it. So what I wanted to do, guys, is you choose a topic, we go. But first of all, I wanted to say hello to my friend Gareth. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm great, mate. I've never been better. I'm here trying to open some white chocolate. I'm struggling to open it. But yeah, apart from that, I'm really good. I'm great. How are you, mate? How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I needed a live. I needed a live because yesterday I was on JB World. I was in a hotel, and because I was far away from home for work, and was an amazing live. And at a certain moment, at the 40th minute, I lost everything, connection and everything. So I left my guest there alone. It was Christine, David Amoyal, Adam Digby, were with me. And they were alone, so it was really bad. Yeah, if you keep live, you have to be there until the end. So I was not able to do the fino alla fine, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So this is it. So let's talk about
Shit happens. Shit happens.
it is what it is. Let's talk about football. Let's talk about unpopular opinion. What you think? What I think? I will check. I will check about what the chat is saying. Give us we will speak about Dybala, but first, give me a nice topic, guys. I want a nice topic now. Now. Uh, so we have, for example, Adika
I
was
want to talk
saying,
about Morata.
for example, we need a good creative midfield. Can we afford it in January? I need a bit more spicy, guys. Go for spicy thing. I want to fight with Gareth. Let me check. Bernardeschi had a bad start, but it looks like it's fine.
I've been fighting all week.
Do we speak about Bernardeschi?
Bernardeschi. Yeah, fuck it. Let's wait. Can I swear on this? Can I? Am I uncensored?
You can go.
Okay. Look, we can all agree that Bernardeschi was a little bit shit for well, that's being generous. For a lot of his time at Juve, he wasn't very good. I still wouldn't say he's been very good. I think we've just got such low standards for him that just any relatively decent performance by a professional footballer from him, and we're like, this is pleasant. This is better than usual. Because, well, the standard's been set so low for him. I think he played well for Italy in the couple games that I saw him play. I thought he was all right. But look, the level of competition Italy faced in those matches wasn't particularly great, if we're being honest. Bosnia were without some of their key players in that game. The other game was against Estonia, if I'm not mistaken, one of them. So, look, realistically, yeah, he's been playing all right, but you have to look at the competition he's been playing against. It's not at a very high level. So I do think that left wing back position or whatever it is, like that sort of left midfielder, suits him a lot better than playing as an attacking midfielder. But it's still a no from me. Please get rid of him as soon as possible.
So I will spice it up. And then first I say hello to my friend UFC who's saying nice topic, winter mercato. We will talk about it for sure. But before speaking about winter mercato, I will spice it up. The discussion of Bernardeschi. So we have a few games to play until January. Then in January we will sell or not. Do I agree with you? We have to sell him in January if possible. So this is not even a debate. But do you still play him until the rest, until January on the left, or he stays on the bench for you?
Oh, for me, it has to be bench, bro. It has to be Brent. It has to be on the bench.
Okay. Explain your theory about why you bench Bernardeschi, and I will tell my theory why we should play him, okay? Because here we have a topic where we don't agree.
You bench him because he's shit. It's
No,
that simple.
no,
It's
no. This is not an argument. You have okay. It is an
okay. Hold
argument.
on,
I
hold on,
I
hold
need
on.
more.
Okay. So okay, here's the thing. You bench him because apart from a bit of speed and a bit of dribbling, he doesn't really offer anything. His crossing's not great. His passing's not great. His shooting is terrible. He can't score goals. He doesn't add balance to the team at all. You're better off like just playing like a midfield three of like Ramsey. Like play Ramsey when he's fit. Just play
That Ramsey
Ramsey.
Ramsey is a, you know how I call him on the channel, Ramsey? Snowflake. You know why
Yeah,
snowflake?
because he's
He's
soft.
beautiful. He's beautiful. He come from the sky and you are really ready to catch him. Then you catch him and then you open your hands and he disappears because he can't stand one game. The guy is like a snowflake. He's fragile as a snowflake.
Oh,
So you
and
can't play him.
okay, he's physically soft. Bernadeschi's mentally soft.
Probably, I agree with you, but I will tell him. I will tell my theory why we should
Come
play
on,
him,
come
and
on,
then I
let's
want
go.
I want to see what the chat is saying. But I say hello to Francisco for sure, and that can be a really great one. The Paul or Awar? I like that question. That's the second question, Francisco. First, we will finish with Bernardeschi. I want to know what the chat is saying. So people are saying yes, he's shit.
Yeah,
I
exactly, because he is.
I will tell you my point and why we have to play Bernardeschi. It's quite easy. We need to play him because it's like a beautiful window. He played great with Italy. Now he played for me really great versus Cagliari, and then he disappeared a bit. But he was not bad versus Ferencvaros. Okay, he was not bad. So if we don't play him and we put him on the bench, I believe he will we will not even be able to sell him. We need, like the beautiful women's, not the beautiful women's, but when you go to Amsterdam and you see those beautiful windows where you see the window. If there is nobody, then you are not even attracted. You need a beautiful window for Bernardeschi to be there so that people see them and they say, "Oh, it's true. Let's buy Bernardeschi for a bit more millions." That's what I believe. So that's why I should continue to play him at least 1 on 2 games.
Okay.
Right.
See, here's the thing. That's all well and good, but see, you also want to win football games. And having him on the pitch a lot of times means you have one less player and the other team has an extra player. See, Juventus hasn't been very good this season in many games. The last thing we need is playing 10 versus 12. That's the last thing we
But
need.
versus Cagliari was really good. I believe he can do some. You know
Okay. See,
you know
hold on. If you take a blind chicken, and you put a bunch of seeds or whatever chickens eat, and you tell the blind chicken to just go peck, 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 peck. Eventually, the blind chicken will get some food. It's like if you put him on the field enough times, he'll eventually have a good game.
Yeah, but it's better. Like, I will tell you something. In the past, there was Herbalife. You know Herbalife?
Yeah.
Now there is Bernalife. Okay? So I'm a supporter of Bernalife. I want Bernardeschi on the field. I want the guy to smile a bit again. I want him to score a goal, and then for sure, I agree with that. And at that point we agree.
We're a football club, we're a football club, not a therapist. If he wants to smile, go see a therapist.
Guys, before going to the other topic, Giuseppe wants to say something about women. Then he changed the subject. It's true. But before going into the question of Francisco Awar or who was it? Let me go back. Awar or DePaul?
DePaul.
I want to hear the chat. Who convinced you more, guys, about the Bernardeschi story? So that means we all agree Bernardeschi in January out, but until January, do we still play him or on the bench? So you have the arguments of Gareth, and then you have mine. Let me know.
Somebody said I'm dressed like Conor McGregor was against Floyd Mayweather. Mate, well, I've switched it around and I've gone full Floyd Mayweather and knocked you out on that one. That's 10-8 round. Round 1 is in the bag. 10-8 round.
I don't know. Wait. Play him as a sub. Oh, that's an eventually that I didn't took into consideration. But at least we play him. Giuseppe, you see, people are like me. Garrett was convincing me more, but Nidi is just saying that because he likes your McConnor power. Bernardeschi in. Beppe, Gravenberg, even Gravenberg is there. Beppe, you see, I'm winning, guys. I'm winning. I agree with Beppe. You see,
people want to see him play.
People agree with me.
You guys deserve the mediocrity you're seeing this season.
So, guys, the first point is in. Okay, so you have the Garrett and the.
No, I'm going full Donald Trump on you. I demand a recount. The results have been rigged. This election is rigged.
I don't agree because I manipulate the chat, guys. So I don't agree. I'm manipulating the chat. I want this one. So we go for DePaul or Awar. And then I want to go with the question of UFC, who's saying these 2 months are crucial for us. Can we take risk just because he played 1 or 2 games after 2 years? Another problem is he linked up with Ronaldo. So UFC is more agreeing with you, Gareth. Can we take the risk just because he played 1 or 2 games? You answered that question. So you won 1, but at the end the count made that I have the first point in. I'd agree with that. So
this is rigged.
DePaul or Awar?
Can I have option C of neither?
You can, and then I will explain who I want.
Look, if I had to pick one or the other, I'm taking Awar. Like, he's more talented. He's younger. I think he's younger. He's definitely younger, right?
He's 22 and DePaul is 27, younger. I believe. So yeah.
Yeah. So he's younger. Yeah. Look, I think he's just a more talented player. He's got more upside, a bit more what we need, I think. But look, I've been a fan of his for a long time. But I remember a while ago, this would have been probably last summer. I saw some stuff coming out that some clubs were concerned about his attitude. And then I don't know if you saw, I think yesterday or the day before, he got fined because he didn't show up to training or something like that. So look, that's not very good professionalism, in my opinion. If you're getting paid by a football club, you need to show up to training. It's the bare minimum. I mean, fucking Khedira is showing up to Juventus training still. Yeah. And he's not even getting close to the match day squad. And we all give him shit for, oh, you didn't leave or whatever. Well, this guy's getting paid to play, and he's not showing up to training. That's bad. He got subbed off, right? That was it. He got subbed off, and he had a cry about it.
what happened is he was slightly injury in November, and now he was ready to play. So he was actually warming up on the sideline for a lot of the second half, and at the end, the trainer didn't decide to put him on. So a few minutes before the end, he went to the dressing room. He took a shower. Or he was about to take a shower at a certain moment after the game, because the professional players or a lot of the club, what they are doing is after the game, the guys that didn't play, they do the warm up for them just to stay, and it's like a 30-minute session.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I know about
yeah,
that.
yeah, no, I know you know, but I'm explaining to people
Ah,
in the
yeah,
chat.
right. I thought you were
So
telling me.
and then what's happening is they were asking Awar, can you go back, because now you have to train, and they know that players, they don't like to do it, but Awar said no, and so they find him, and he will not play the next game. He will stay home, and that's actually what happened. So I agree with you on that. I don't want those kinds of player mentality uh, at Juve, because it's toxic, and you are not Ronaldo, Messi, you are not Maradona. I rest in peace. I didn't make a video yet because I don't wanted to surf on the I don't like to surf on the moment of, okay, let's use that to make a video. I want to do it chill tomorrow or this week, and taking my time to respect the greatness of Maradona. But even these players like Messi and Ronaldo, they don't permit themselves to do those kind of things. So I totally agree.
Yeah,
But
no, for me, that's just terrible.
Mm, I agree. I know that mentally it's hard, huh? Because he really wanted to go away from Lyon. We know that he was ready for a big club, and when you stay, sometimes it can be really a disaster, because mentally you break down. You don't give anymore what you have. It's like Milinkovic Savic. I know it's one of your favorite players, not this year, but the first big year of Milinkovic after the World Cup, when he really wanted to go away. The season after, he had really needed a lot of months to come back, because mentally he was not okay. Um, so still a war for you if you have to decide between the two?
Yeah, it's still him, because I think DePaul is a very solid player. He's very solid, particularly for Serie A, but we've never seen him play at like the top level. And he's 27. I mean, I rate him. I think he's good, but I definitely think for the money Udinese would ask, there's better options available for sure.
But I would go now. If you tell me January, I would go for a DePaul, because it's a cheaper solution, underrated. He knows Serie A. He don't need time to adapt. It's a player. I don't believe he has a big salary. Uh, can be an option, DePaul.
But
Why not?
if you're trying to win the Champions League, is DePaul a starting midfielder in a Champions League winning midfield?
Probably not. Probably not.
Can
Probably.
Owaga be?
But immediately arriving in January, I don't know. I don't know.
Mate, semi-finals with Lyon.
He's good. The guy is good. Absolutely. I'm not denying his talent, huh? But we know that Serie A is different than Ligue 1.
Yeah, but the guy is incredibly talented. Give him 2 years, and if he gets his shit together mentally, he could be one of the best midfielders in the world.
Who do we take? Okay, so we have a question here about we have a lot of names. We have Locatelli, we have DePaul, we have why not Isco. Then we have.
I personally think mentioning Locatelli, I think 100% get Locatelli.
But do you believe Locatelli? Sassuolo, they are second. They will not keep that trend for sure, but they are in a really nice position, and they can do Europe. Huh? Why not? Do you believe that they will give it for us on a normal price in January? I don't
In
believe so.
January, absolutely not. No,
Who
no
do you
chance in
take in
January.
January? If you have to take a midfielder in January, available, realistic,
Dele Alli on loan from Tottenham.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's perfect for this team. He's sort of like Ramsey, just not as injury prone. He's a great runner. See, Dele Alli, do you remember when he first came in at Tottenham? He was used as a runner, supporting Harry Kane. And he
That's
was
why
so
I'm.
good. He was so good. And then they started using him as a more on the ball midfielder, trying to play make and stuff. And that's not where he's strong. him playing off Ronaldo and Morata with their movement, he'd be great. Look, I think he's a very talented player. Back when he came, like people say he sucks. Yeah, he hasn't been great, but that's because he hasn't been used in his great role. If you go back, he was top. But I think he'd be really good alongside Morata and Ronaldo.
Francisco is a big fan of the Paul. I kind of agree. It's an underrated player.
Oh no, I'm a huge fan as well. Like I think he's a great player, but I just think for the money they'll ask, because look, you're selling to Juventus, and you're not going to be like, oh, here's a good deal.
They have to give him for a cheap price, because we took back on full payment. We took back Mandragora, who is injured. I love the guy, by the way. So he's from us. We loaned him to Udinese, and he was destroyed. He had a big injury. So it's kind of a deal. I believe there are possibilities to see him arriving at Juve, the Paul. I don't know. Now, for sure, if you tell me I want Awar, I was a big fan of Awar. I'm still am, but I don't like those kind of attitude of a 22 years old that played one great season, and then this season I was following a bit some Lyon YouTubers. They were also saying that the guy is nowhere the level of last year. Mentally, he's crashed. Do we want to recuperate and divas? I don't know.
Not really, no.
Okay,
me, it's a no.
Give us another spicy topic to fight about. I want to fight with Gareth, because this one I don't know if we can put some scores on it. The Paul is not.
I think we both. I think for the last one we both pretty much agreed.
Yeah. So wait, so give us a nice topic, guys. A topic to discuss.
Yes, Szoboszlai would be so good, but I just don't think he goes to Juve. I think he probably goes to like Red Bull Leipzig or something.
He's good. The young guy is good.
He's my like probably after Milinkovic-Savic my favorite midfield like young player. Well, Milinkovic-Savic isn't too young anymore. He's like 24, 25, but.
What do you think about Gravenberch from Ajax? Yesterday he scored an amazing goal, and we know that it's a bit linked up with.
I'm really edgy on signing any Ajax midfielders, just because they're very good in that system at Ajax, but then a lot of them leave that system and they're not that great. You know what I mean? Like that possession play they do, and all the like space they have in the Eredivisie. It's a lot easier to look good. Like Van de Beek was really good at Ajax, and Davy Klaassen back in the day at PSV, and then he went to Everton. Was terrible. Like
Eredivisie, totally not comparable.
Yeah, I'm just very like, look, there's quality players that come out of that league for sure, but if you look at, for example, Dusan Tadic, who was at Southampton, he was an okay player, but never anything special. Goes to Ajax and scores like 70 goals in like.
Yeah, but even Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, he can be my grandfather.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
guys,
exactly.
I have a nice topic. I found a nice topic. Pirlo until now. Because, guys, I repeat the concept for the people that just joined. So it's black or white. You see that my friend Gareth here, he's in the black side. He's the negative one. I'm the positive one. And we totally not agree on Pirlo until now. So who do you want to hear first, guys? Do you want to hear the negative theory about Pirlo, about Gareth, or you want my positive feedback about Pirlo? Let me know.
I have great news. I finally figured out how to open this chocolate.
I'm hungry. I was driving 3 hours from Amsterdam to here, 3 hours 30, and I still didn't eat. So George is saying the negative. Let's please, George. All right. You start.
All right. Well, look, I think. How do I explain this with my actual view? Do I think Pirlo has been that bad? No. Do I think he's been great? No. I think he's done a decent job for a manager which has not managed at the top level before. But at the same time, he has made some pretty significant mistakes in many, many games. For example, needing a 92nd minute win against Ferencváros at home. I don't care if you have fans or not in the stadium. That is a game you should be winning comfortably. There's been countless ones in Serie A too, which we drew and all that sort of stuff, which was pretty bad. And look, some of it, the players were terrible, but in a lot of them, the tactics just didn't work. The substitutions were left too late. Like, seriously, we waited that long to put Morata on against Ferencváros when it was pretty obvious that we really needed him on the pitch. Look,
Give him a score. Give him a
go,
score.
oh, Pirlo's
11 games now.
See, my whole point is, my whole argument is based upon the premise that he shouldn't actually be managing Juventus. I'm not a fan of rookie managers managing Juventus because he's going to make mistakes. But can you afford to make mistakes in important Champions League games or important Serie A games? You can't. If you're trying to win titles, you can't afford to make mistakes. And that's my argument. So, look, I think there's been positive signs. There definitely has. But there's also been mistakes. So, for me, if he was an experienced manager, I would give him a 5. The fact he's a rookie manager, I'm going to give him a 7.
A 7. That's good. 7 is good. 7
Look,
is good.
We're qualified from the group in the Champions League. We're how many points off top in Serie A?
We have 4 points difference with Milan. So
yeah, that's what I thought. So look, it's AC Milan. They'll find a way to fuck it up somehow. That's not a worry at all.
You're lagging. You're lagging a bit, Gareth.
Like, can you hear me now? Is it better?
Wait, the connection is trying to catch up. Should be okay now. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, like I saw someone comment between 6.5 to 7.5. I'd say something like that in the middle there.
I agree on the score. I would give him a between 6.5 and 7.5. Now, I'm a big fan of Pirlo since before he joined. When he was appointed in August, I was like, this is really a bold decision, a great decision, and for me, a visionary decision. For me, it's like, okay, you have a chat with Agnelli, they sit together, and instead of speaking about curriculum vitae, the CV, they talk about an idea, a vision, and that's what I really love. When instead of having like 20 years and taking a Beppe Iacchini at Fiorentina or a Prandelli, no, you have balls because you want to have the 10th in a row instead of spending all your money for Pochettino that has he has a percentage of winning of 36%. I would not have done that. So I was totally agree. Now, how we started, there are like, Sampdoria, first game, because Ranieri was totally surprised. He had no idea what to expect. And Cagliari were 2 amazing games. Probably the 2 really great games where you saw that the team was following the trainer. They were happy. You see that they were playing well and good. And there were like ideas of what Sarri was not able to do in 1 year. Then we had difficult games. The game versus Ferencváros is a disaster because you don't have an intensity.
Roma wasn't great.
Roma wasn't great as well. So all the other games were quite difficult. But I'm still positive. He made some mistakes. One of the mistakes and there we agree, is that for me, he has a problem with subbing players, like versus Ferencváros at the 45th minute. When it's over, you change McKennie immediately. You don't have to wait the 62nd minute versus Ferencváros. That's for me a big mistake. Then probably he's a bit too kind in managing players, because he's giving chances to Dybala that is totally out of form. He's giving chances. He's trying to recuperate Bernardeschi. So great people manager, great vision. We are not there yet, but for me, I think it's one of the best choices we could do. And I'm super positive about what he's doing now. So I'm pro Pirlo 100% and I will back him up until the end of the year. Then, what I mean? It's the result that count. If we win the 10th in a row, he can stay. If we don't, we will have to change.
All right, question for you. If we finish
Yeah.
second by 2 points,
Yeah.
2 points, one game off first, and we
Yeah.
lose in like the quarterfinals of the Champions League, does he stay or does he go?
Okay. I need to put some ifs there. The ifs are COVID situation. Will we stop again the
Everybody else has had to deal with COVID.
No, it's true. But will we stop it again or no? The football for a few months or no? Will we be able to? I don't know. So there are a lot of ifs, but indeed, I agree with you. All the teams are facing that situation. For me, there are two things. If you arrive second at 2 points, is where is the team in terms of what they are offering in terms of entertainment, development, and the vision about that. If you finish like a disaster year first, like Sarri, because he was first at the end, but it was a disaster in everything. So instead of going forward, we went like 3-4 steps behind. Then you have to stop. If you play really well, you see a progression, you see beautiful football, you see an offensive side of Juve. That's actually the goal. What we are trying to do, that change in mentality, probably I will continue with him, but not winning would be hard. I would be really 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 pissed off.
You know what I really like about Pirlo? One thing I really, really like about him, which I think he's taken out of Zinedine Zidane's sort of notebook, playing to Cristiano Ronaldo's strengths, which Sarri did not do at all. Sarri treated Ronaldo like he was just 1 out of 11, which is the stupidest thing you can do when you have arguably the best football player, the best goal scorer by far of all time playing for you. Like, let's be real. This season is like what Real Madrid had. You have a 1-0 head start in every game because the guy scores in every game. You legitimately almost have a 1-0 head start with Ronaldo in the team. Like he's averaging over a goal a game this calendar year, which is ridiculous.
I think it was like 1.66. I think.
Yeah, like the thing is, he's getting chances every game. Like I love that because you sign Cristiano Ronaldo to use him to his full capabilities. Like the guy is so good, and last season he would get maybe one good chance a game. Like I remember watching so many games, thinking, when is Ronaldo going to get a good opportunity to score a goal? Like usually he had to take a long Usually he had to take a long shot or a free kick or penalty or something to score last season. Even with Morata, like you say, Ronaldo's happy, but even look at Morata, man. Completely different guy mentally.
That's why I'm saying that I'm super pro and happy about Pirlo. Now, I believe there is one guy who is not happy in the team, and it's Dybala. Do we need to talk about Dybala? Here. Arif is saying talk facts, no fantasy talk. But it's I think Arif, it's not really fantasy talk. It's more opinion. It's more opinion than fantasy talks. Now, if we say facts at the day of today, we are fourth in Serie A with 4 points for Milan, so we stick to the top. And then in Champions League, we are already qualified. Okay, it was an easy group, but we are already qualified. So if we speak about at the moment, Pirlo is doing the job because he's really stitched to the top and he's already in Champions League. So we have other coaches who are playing versus what are the teams they are playing? Shakhtar, Mönchengladbach, and they are fourth in their group. So this is already for me a good thing. Then, if we speak about other facts about Pirlo, we don't have to forget the guy. He came in a team with no preseason. We didn't go to Asia or USA to do training. He received Morata, Chiesa. Meanwhile, you have a lot of problems in the team because you never trained. So these are the facts for me. And Pirlo has coached less than 30 years till now. So yeah, I agree with Arif. I totally agree. These are the facts, but then we speak about opinions as well. So Dybala, I want. Alberto is totally correct about that. Pepe should be the coach of Juve. I totally agree with Alberto. Dybala is a problem. Everyone talks about it. Uh, we don't. I don't want to speak about again hours and hours and hours. But you think we can recuperate him or not?
I think that's a lost cause. I think that ship sailed. He's asking for 15 million for a contract, mate. You're not even playing up to 2 million this season. And look, I understand players lose form, they lose confidence, whatever, and whatever. But this isn't form. This isn't confidence. This is just a player who doesn't give a fuck on the pitch. He's walking around aimlessly. He's not pressing. He's not running. He doesn't look like he cares. And it just so happens to occur when he has a good season last season. Not a world-class season, but a good season. People overrated it just because of how terrible the one the season before with Allegri was. But look,
Not only,
mate, you have one
uh,
good.
not only, also because people tend to remember the last 3 months instead of the full
Exactly,
year, because in the full
exactly.
year, if you look,
He,
it's
yeah,
11 goals.
yeah. It's not great, but yeah. Look, the guy doesn't command a 15 million salary per season. Definitely not. I think he wants the money at this point in his career. I think ultimately he wants to leave now. I think the club have wanted him to leave for a couple of years because look, we've tried selling him. He's a player that he's good in several positions. He can play as a striker. He can play as a number 10. He can play out wide a little bit. Not great, but he can play there. But he's not world class in any specific position. He's not. He's solid and good, but he's not world class. And look, Kulusevski's only getting better and better. He was signed as a Dybala replacement. Let's be real. Those two are almost the identical profile in the positions they play.
We saw it, and when they play together, they play on the same position. We talk a
Yeah,
lot about
and look,
Dybala, but I want to know that people are saying, Pogba for Dybala or Isco for Dybala. For Tor is absolutely a no,
I
because the three
I
players have the
don't want
same.
either one.
You agree
I
with Tor?
don't. I don't want Pogba or Isco.
Yeah,
I
but
don't want
that's
either
what
one.
Tor is saying. He said they are the same mentality. You know that
Yeah, no.
I'm historically a big fan of Pogba. I am, people on the channel, they know my love for Pogba, but with the salary he has, for me, even Pogba is not deserving it to come back at Juve. This season is for me really something like, okay, uh, if you do maybe the kind of gesture like Morata, cutting off 1/3 of your salary, and probably more for Pogba because he's playing so bad at Manchester United, but really bad. Uh, why not? But otherwise, I really want to see, a gesture of love towards Juve to accept him back. Otherwise, with the salary he has, I don't want him. Absolutely not. Isco neither. Isco is always he's always also the best player possibly of the world, but he never reached that level,
Nah,
and it's
he's
starting
yeah.
also to be old. So
Nah.
I agree. I don't
He's
want.
pretty much just like Dybala at Real Madrid. Like he's okay, he's good, but not world class. I think it's just like a like for like. It's not. There's no point of it. Um, yeah. Look, I'm just not. Who I'd like Juventus to sign if they were signing a creative midfielder, Jack Grealish from Aston Villa.
I
That
don't
bloke
know
is
him.
bro. He is like I don't know how many people here watch Premier League, but the guy is the best player on the pitch every time he goes on the pitch. Like so good. Aston Villa wanted like 45, 50 million for him last summer, but obviously that's for English clubs. It's always more expensive for English clubs. But that guy, man, so good. Works so hard. Great player.
And what about him, Ziyech?
Well, he's not going to leave. He just joined Chelsea. Like he joined like what 3 months ago. He's not going to leave.
How is he performing? I don't know. I
He's
don't
been
care
good,
about.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been solid. Chelsea have looked good in general. They've been solid.
What about Chiesa? Because we have here Faring is saying, imagine hating on Dybala when you paid for garbage Chiesa for 55 million. Is he garbage? Because I was not
He's
absolutely
been
not a big fan of Chiesa.
he's look. He's not a garbage player by any stretch of the imagination. That was a long-term signing. He's being played in a position which isn't his ideal position. He's not being played as like a left winger or like a right winger attacking wise. He's been playing like wing back almost or like a right midfielder. But yeah, no, look, I think Chiesa will come good for us. I think he offers something which you can't really get often with raw pace and just
Mm.
he has spark, he has X factor. I think he'll be a great super sub for us at the moment. And I think he'll develop nicely.
I agree maybe with super sub, why not? But at a certain moment, I would love to see him really as a starter and I believe he will be starter because we paid a lot of money for him, even if you spread it over years. But
See,
with
but he's
Arthur
having to
and
play on the
Chiesa,
left. He's having to play on the left as
I
a
prefer
deeper
me.
midfielder off the left.
I prefer me on the right, to be
Yeah, I
honest,
I
because
I, I
on the
prefer Chiesa on the right for sure.
okay, so we agree on that
I'm
one.
saying he's
Because
having to play on the left, and that's not ideal.
Okay. Because the problem is when he played to the left, every time that he wants to enter, he needs to go back to his right foot. You clearly see it. That's
Yeah,
one of the mistakes Pirlo did when he was playing both Kulusevski and Chiesa at the same time in inverted wings. I don't really like that kind of thing because it's true. You know,
no,
you have a facility to control the ball when it's coming towards to you. But the problem is, every time you want to cross, you have a problem because you lose a few seconds. And we have two strikers there. We have Morata and we have Ronaldo. They are there. If you give them three balls, two are goals in the
yep,
air. So we need them to play on the for me on the right wing. So Chiesa, you put him on the right. If Kulusevski is playing, because at the moment, unfortunately, we are not able to play a 4-3-3. So if you play him as a 10, that is able also to enter and to score, or even if he needs to cross on the left wing. But yeah, but I believe that's what will happen with Chiesa. From the moment Alexandro will play again, he will play with Alexandro a bit more defensively and Chiesa rotating with Quadrado on the right. That's I hope Pirlo will see that.
yeah, I'd say so.
Piro saying, what about Alessio Cragno, goalkeeper, instead of Donnarumma if it's not working out? Cragno, goalkeeper?
I've got no idea who. I got no idea who
Cragno
that is.
is the
What team does he
goalkeeper.
play for?
I think it's from Atalanta. Let me check to be sure because I like Cragno, but I'm always hesitating with it.
I've probably seen him
No,
play. I
it's
just
from
don't know
Cagliari.
his
It's
name.
from Cagliari. It's the one. No, no, it's the one. I was confusing with the one from Atalanta. No, Cranio is good. He's good, a good cool goalkeeper, but not as a first keeper for Juve. I would definitely go 100% for Donnarumma. If you tell
I
me
don't. I
tomorrow,
see. I don't think Juve will ever get Donnarumma. I don't think he'll ever leave AC Milan.
would you love to have him instead of Chesney? I would love to have Donnarumma. I'm a big fan.
Okay. My answer is yes. I would be very, very happy. But if he wasn't Italian, would you be as happy to sign him?
Yeah, the guy, he has how many presences does he has already with Milan? Is 21 years
Oh,
old.
it's
He has like
ridiculous. Yeah, it's
it's
ridiculous.
like he has so many experience already, and to be honest, he played with the worst Milan of the history. So he conceded a lot of shots. So he had to train. When you are at Juve, you take a coffee and you have like maybe one shoot or two against in the 90 minutes. With Milan, he had a lot of things to practice. So for me, he's a goalkeeper that still has to learn. He's still young. He's still that, that kind of show goalkeeper that needs to do a bit more to show that he's Donnarumma. So he needs to calm down a bit and mature a bit, because he does sometimes some mistakes. But I think that if you can take Donnarumma, and especially for free, then you are secure for 15 years. It's a bit the story of Buffon, huh?
See,
So
for me,
I would do it.
I just don't think it'll happen. I think with the direction Milan are going in, he'll probably re-sign with Milan, and I think he'll stay there. Who I would go for is Predrag Rajkovic from Rems. Have you heard of him?
No, I don't know him. I just know that it's Ras
So
of
he
Ren. Is it Ras or
Rems,
Ren?
like
R
I don't know. I
E
have no
I
idea.
M S.
Yeah. That one.
Ras. Yeah.
So he won Ligue 1 Goalkeeper of the Year last season, and had the second highest shot saved percentage in Europe. Captained Serbia to a under-20 World Cup, and I think he's like 24 or 25. Great shot stopper. I think he'd realistically be available for like 30 million. So
We need a goalkeeper of the national Italian team. I don't care about your stories.
Tradition, mate.
I'm a tradition man. I saw the salary was.
How are you getting Donnarumma out of AC Milan? Please tell me.
It's easy. He didn't sign his contract yet, and it's
Doesn't
finishing in
matter.
June.
Yeah, and
Mino Raiola is his agent.
Do you remember several years ago when AC Milan played Juventus and Juventus got a penalty in the last minute or something and won the game? Do you remember Donnarumma's comments about Juventus?
We don't care about those gossip. No, I will tell you a story.
It's not gossip. It's not gossip. It's words that came out of his mouth.
I will tell you something. There was Capello. He was the trainer of Roma. Okay. One day before, they told him at the microphones in front of the world, like, we heard gossip that you would sign for Juve as a trainer next season. Is that true? He said literally in the eye of the camera, he said, never in my life I will be the coach of Juve. I will never go there. And the day after, he was a trainer of Juve. He didn't care. Those stories, it's because he's, he's like that.
But
he's kissing the badge. Ibrahimovic was doing it with every team. So I don't care.
Okay, but hear me out. Are Juventus really going to pay a goalkeeper that much salary?
He has 6 million. He's asking for 10. The people here that were spreading fake news.
They're going to give him 10 million.
They're going
to give a goalkeeper 10 million.
You know that Chesney has 7.5 at Juve. We are there.
Chesney's on 7.5 million.
Yeah.
Who the fuck gave him that?
He went from 4 to 7.5. That's why I tell you, Donnarumma at the moment is having even less.
That's terrible. I like Chesney. I think he's solid, but not for 7.5 million. Jesus.
I like Chesney as well. I like Chesney as well. I would love to keep him, but if we can sell him, making money out of them, taking Donnarumma on a free, that would be an amazing.
I just can't believe you told me Chesney's on 7.5 million, and I've lost one of my AirPods, but it's fine because I've got the other one.
Yeah, it's fine. We hear you really well.
Yeah, sweet.
Niket is saying it's Paratici that gave him the and the people are really, they are pissed off now. Who gave our goalkeeper 7 million?
That's one of the stupidest things. Chesney's not $7.5 million worth. I mean euros. It's not even dollars, it's euros. It's even worse.
Here, you have a positive comment here. Declan Rice gives me flashback of a prime Pogba. Solid guy. I
have very, very good information from friend of mine who has close contacts with Chelsea and players at Chelsea. Declan Rice, if he goes anywhere, it's Chelsea. There's no chance he goes anywhere else. So yeah, if Chelsea want him, which they do, he's going there.
People are
So
asking the brand of your robe.
it's Versace, bro, and I have no idea. Oh, it genuinely was in my robe. Thanks, Leo. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
They will have
Appreciate the
Peter.
help.
Let's him rate plus invest in the midfield. Wait, I'm trying to find another. Yes, I agree with you.
We need another
Yeah, another topic.
debate.
We need a debate, guys. Come up with debate. It can be now. We spoke a lot about Juve, so you can also change things about life. No politic, no religion. We love everyone here. But if you have other strange question, go for it. Meanwhile, that you are giving us a really great debate, I want to. Dino is saying, I told you September Pogba is coming back in January. I don't know, Dino, but I will show you something, guys. I really wanted to show you because if you want to, we just launched Black Friday on turinsfinest.com. So you have the t-shirts of No Pirlo No Party, Inter Merda black and white, Inter Merda black and gold, and then the GJustjuve t-shirt, we have them at up to 30% off. So if you want to, you can go on the site, turinsfinest.com. You can find it easily. I will pin it even here so that you see it. Let me pin it. Okay, I will put it in gold. Today we deserve
high quality stuff, guys. Make sure you purchase it. Mine's currently shipping. I can't wait for it to arrive. So make sure to get yours as well.
It's a few days at minus 30%, and then we continue. I told it, it's really important. You have to support Juve. Guys, now seriously, let me see. Unpopular opinion from Oostenrijk. Große Georgia. Unpopular opinion. Quadrado is rarely crossing, but he can do it pretty good. What about Quadrado?
I used to think Quadrado was almost Bernardeschi. I used to think he was one of the most useless footballers I've ever seen in my life. But look, he's improved. I'll give him that. He's definitely better as a right back or a right wing back than he is as a right winger. As a winger, his decision making is terrible. My biggest issue with Quadrado is his decision making. I think it's honestly really, really, really terrible. But look, when he has the ability, he can put in a nice cross. But a lot of the time, he prefers to do something else, like try and dribble pointlessly or do some ridiculous pass. If he kept his game simple, he could be very effective. I would still like to see Juventus sign a better right back to play in his position because I think, look, he's not a Champions League winning right back. His defense isn't great and his decision making isn't great, but he has the occasional flash of brilliance.
I was about to say something. Wait, because I saw a comment. Damned, I forgot about it. Damned. Okay, let me go back to another one. Yeah, about Quadrado. Sorry, I wanted to say about Quadrado that it was a player I really wanted out of Juve, especially when he was playing too much offensively. I agree with you. From the moment he comes in the box, you know that it will be or at the third level of the stadium or it's
goal kick.
Yeah, and then it's a bit like in the past. I was like when I saw Quadrado offensively, I had like the VR effect. When it's VR, they score and you know that you can't celebrate because they will disallow it. Quadrado was the same for me. I saw him come in, and I had already the VR. I was not celebrating because I knew he would take a really strange decision. So I wanted him out, but he convinced me since last year. Because last year, he was really flexible, playing everywhere on the pitch where he was needed, especially defensively. He's not the best defender. He's not the best offensive winger, but he's a guy that is giving everything for the team. Is running 90 minutes per game. Look at the last time. A 92nd game he's running. He's doing an amazing cross. I would love to see Quadrado still in the 25, but I'm sure we can upgrade there.
Yeah,
but I would keep
totally
him.
agree.
In the past, I wanted to sell him. Now
I totally agree. I think great squad player, versatile, can do a job, but not a starter.
Francisco is right. Huh? There are not a lot of right back in Juventus, but then especially on the market, it's quite difficult. Huh?
Yeah, man, it's just a position that there's not much talent in, just in general. See, I was big. I wanted Juventus to go for Bellerin from Arsenal. There were talks that he was available at one point
Yeah,
for 30
yeah.
something million.
He was proposed to Juve
I
at the end. We didn't take him.
I would have loved to see him come because he was. Look, I saw someone say Kimmich. There's no chance he ever leaves Bayern. Pavard, same thing. Very happy at Bayern. None of those boys want to leave Bayern. They're winning everything. They're a machine. They're the best club in Europe right now. None of them want to leave. Look, Barcelona got Dest. Like, there's Reece James is good at Chelsea, but he's not going to leave. Like, you think about it, and there's really not. Cancelo, his attitude was poor at Juventus.
Okay. So I found someone that is agreeing with me. I was really happy when he left the team. I was not a big fan of him.
He's got all the ability in the world, but terrible attitude. Well, his attitude I think is better now. I've seen him at City, and he's looking great, but he was poor at Juventus.
I agree. It's difficult. Right back, left back is really difficult because when you have the great ones, I speak about Kimmich, Alexander Trent Arnold, and all those players,
Yeah.
they will never leave their club. So it's really difficult to find a good one. You know who I like? Theo Hernandez from Milan. He's good. The guy is good.
Left back though. Left back.
Left, but good. By the way,
you know who I also wanted. You know who I wanted
I-
Juventus to go for? Speaking of Milan, I would have loved us to go for Dalot, who they got.
who's that? The new the young guy.
The guy from United. Yeah. Portuguese guy.
Yeah. I don't know
He's-
him really well.
He's good, man. He's good.
I know that
Then
from Milan, from the guy from Milan Fan TV who's saying I'm a Milan streamer. You can stay on the channel, but then you have to pay the tax, and the tax is Donnarumma, and then you can stay Donnarumma or Theo Hernandez, and then you can stay on the channel. I'm really happy with that. Alaba, would you sign him next season for free? Yeah, but a high salary.
No.
This is an unpopular opinion. Content Vidal always welcome back for me.
Absolutely not.
Thank you. You scared me.
Absolutely not.
It's a no-go. It's a no-go. Absolutely not. I totally agree. By the way, they are still working for Juve because the disaster they are doing both at Inter, I believe, know, they are working for Juve still. Look, Aaron, Wan Bissaka is young.
No chance he leaves United. No chance he leaves United.
People are furious. They don't want them. What about Barella? You like Barella from Inter?
Yeah, I'm a fan, man. I liked Barella when he was at Sassuolo before?
No, he was to another team. Let me check. Let me check on transfer market. He come from a small Italian team. Huh? Let me check.
Yeah, I used to watch him a lot, but I can't remember who I watched him for.
If people in the chat knows, let us know. And Barella before joining that disgusting team, I will check on that.
Or was it Sensi they got from Sassuolo?
Wait, Barella come from Cagliari. Barella comes from Cagliari.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm a fan of his, but will Inter get rid of him? Why would they do that?
They would not. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Good. I was confused as to whether that was an actual rumor or just an idea because I don't think they'll sell him.
Idea.
No chance. No, they'll definitely not sell him.
Yeah, you see, Leo is saying Marotta, Conte, and Vidal, they are secretly in Agnelli's payroll. I agree with that. Guys, we need a question for a debate, a real question. Something we can fight with. What about Emerson Palmieri? Yes, no?
No, thanks. No.
He's not bad.
Dude, he's terrible. I've watched. No, yes, he is. I've watched him for Chelsea. He switches off in defense at least 3 times per game.
With Italy, he's playing well. Oh, and him, another name, Chanaloglu.
Have you seen? Apparently, he's joining Manchester United. Apparently, his Bild from Germany said like transfer to United is happening.
I
With
don't know.
Channel
I
11,
didn't
with
see the
Channel
last
11.
two because I was working two full days, so I couldn't
Yeah,
see a
apparently,
lot.
so Bild came out and said that his agent is like finalizing a transfer to Manchester United and that it will happen. So
But
that's
if
odd.
it will not, if it's not happening, you would think. But it's strange. United, they have so many players
Weird,
playing that
weird,
position.
weird. Very, very strange.
Would you take
Unless
him at Juve for free next year?
no.
Nah, me neither. Me neither. I'm
Look,
not a big fan.
We have Kulusevski. We have. Yes, I would give De Ligt the armband. The guy is so fucking good. I love him so much.
I would take
See,
that now, even when now he's sleeping probably with Anake. First, I will say hello
okay,
to Anake, and then I will give him the band immediately.
but would you give it to him over Cristiano?
Yes,
Why?
because Cristiano doesn't want him. He doesn't
Are you
want
sure?
the. Sure. He did the same with the Real Madrid. He prefers. He wants one armband, and it's the one from Portugal because Portugal is everything for him, over everything, and it makes sense. It's his country, but does I don't know. He doesn't want it. I believe he doesn't want to be the captain of Juve. That's what I think. If you tell me, okay, Cristiano Ronaldo wants it, if 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 I would know that he wants him, I would probably give it to Ronaldo this season, and next season if he leaves, or in 2 seasons when he leaves, De Ligt captain, and then De Ligt would be immediately vice captain.
Oh no, I totally agree. I think De Ligt is the long-term captain of the club, 100%. But I think if Ronaldo does happen to want it, I think he has to get it.
I love to have it for De Ligt, because Ronaldo is already the captain, you know.
Yeah.
But giving that boost of confidence, because I don't know if you know, but De Ligt, he has a clause in his contract,
Yeah, 150
150
million
million.
for yeah. No
So
one's gonna pay that. Nobody is gonna pay that.
Real Madrid, they bought zero this season, huh?
They're
Zero.
not. They're not gonna pay it. They're gonna go after Mbappe, mate. They're spending all their money on him.
Do you think Mbappe will join them? This
Hundred
is
percent.
really.
100%.
I think he would do a
100%.
mistake. Would you take him
I
Mbappe to Juve if you want to come? This is fantasy, yeah, guys.
yes. I I've got a theory. You trade Ronaldo to PSG. If Juventus still aren't near competing for the Champions League, Ronaldo probably wants to leave because he doesn't want to waste his last years in his prime, I guess, not competing for the Champions League. You give them Ronaldo and like 40 million for Mbappe. Who says no? Would you say no to that?
Uh, uh, I would love, but I would love to have Ronaldo, Chiellini, Ronaldo, Chiellini, and Buffon lifting the cup this year, the
It'd
big
be
one.
so good. It'd be
It
so
would be
good.
amazing, and that's a beautiful end of a chapter. That means that Juventus, they make the two legends of Juve really happy because they deserve it. And then you have Ronaldo, why he came also to Juve, to finish a
Bro,
beautiful story. And then
he
I would trade. Absolutely, yes.
he deserves it so much. The guy has played his heart out in the Champions League for us. Like seriously, the only guy to score a goal in the knockout stages. Do you know how sad that is? That's sad. That's genuinely sad.
I agree. I agree. What about Rabiot? I'm a big fan. Huh? I'm
Huge
a
fan. Huge fan. Huge fan.
Okay. What do we have? We have Haaland is bigger than Mbappe.
No.
It's different, huh? There are two different players, huh?
Mbappe is a guy that can do everything. Haaland is a great goal scorer, but Mbappe is a once in a generation talent.
That I believe also Mbappe will go to Real Madrid. He's coming from Ligue 1. If he goes in Serie A with closed spaces, it will be so difficult for him.
Do Juventus even have the money to pay Mbappe? Let's be real.
Ah, That's what we said for Ronaldo with his salary. At the end, they found the money. Yeah,
Yeah, no. But the fee for Ronaldo was 100 million.
yeah, but his
Mbappe is going to
salary
be no less. Yeah, but who cares about
200.
that? You have to spend 200 million on the transfer fee alone, probably more. Like, look, we're not in a position like Real Madrid. They have good players across the whole pitch. We still have to improve a lot of other positions. Like, we can't afford to spend 200 million on one player.
That's a nice
There's
plan. I love the plan of Rad. Being a bit realistic for next summer. Alaba for free, Donnarumma for free, and put all your money on Sancho. He
I
will
don't want
not leave.
Sancho. I don't want Sancho.
But it's a beautiful plan. Alaba for free and Donnarumma for free, I sign immediately.
I don't mind that idea. I just don't want Sancho for the fee Dortmund are going to ask. No way. There's much better players. They'll ask at least 120 million for Sancho.
Guys, we are here for 1 hour. I need one nice last debate. It can be other than football, guys, huh? But I want really one big nice debate. A really great one. Meanwhile, I will pin some comments. It's mad to pay 200 million. I agree.
Yeah.
I heard that Alaba prefers Real Madrid and Barca. Yeah, it's gossip. That's what's written. That's right. Black or white? That's a great question. I think it's
Black.
Michael. It's clear. I think it's clear. It's black for Gareth and it's white for me. People want to hear the zebra joke. I will not tell the zebra joke today. I will absolutely not. How to grow hair on bald head. Oh, this is a. I love the comment. I love the comment.
You phone Antonio Conte and you ask, how do you do it?
Yeah, he will help you because I'm an alpha man. I'm an alpha man. I'm like Zidane. I don't know. I can't answer that question, but surely Conte can. That's a fact. People prefer black. Give us a question, guys. Is Serie A top three? I think it's not a debate, but you
Top
want to answer
one,
that
man.
one?
Top one. The best. The best.
I love it as well. There is for me, and they are even growing and increasing. Again,
It's
so
the
I'm.
most technical. It's the most tactical. And genuinely, you just saw Atalanta go to Anfield and slap Liverpool up.
You want to answer that question? That's a nice question. It's not a debate, but who's the best player you ever saw on TV, Gareth, or
Uh,
live, no? Whatever.
I've witnessed Ronaldo score 2 hat tricks, one against Spain, one against Atletico Madrid. I can't go any further than the GOAT himself.
The ones that I saw live, probably the same, Ronaldo. And every time I saw him, he scored, except versus Valencia when he first game at Juventus.
The ones that we won or the away game? Which one are you
The
talking about?
one that we won at Valencia, we won 2-0 with 2 goals of Pjanic, and that was actually his first game when he had a red card. So I paid
When he
like
got red, yeah, because I saw the one. I watched the Valencia game, the 1-0 when he crossed it for Mandzukic, who scored in Turin.
no. I saw the
So
2-0
you
in
saw the other one.
Valencia, and
Yeah.
except of that red card, then every time I went there, he scored.
That was
Great.
bullshit. That red card was bullshit.
I know because we were in the stadium, nobody understood something. Even the Valencia fan, they were like, "What's happening?" Nobody knew what was happening. Even now, we still don't know.
The
Then
stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Del Piero for me is a legend, but unfortunately, I saw him a lot of time training, warming up, but I never saw him playing a single minute. I'm really pissed off of that. But
That's genuinely so unlucky.
this is really unlucky. And
That's
my
so bad.
story is even worse because his last game, I had the tickets for his last game, not the one versus Napoli in Coppa Italia, but his really last game in the stadium. You know that one. He's far well. I had the tickets. We were ready to go with it was organized with the big bus to go there from Belgium to Italy. And the night before they called us saying that the tickets were canceled. and then you have your luggage already ready, eh? And then you have to unpack your luggages, and the day after you see that on television, guy, disgusting,
That would
disgusting.
hurt. That would hurt. That
Let's
would
start,
hurt.
guys. I was waiting for a great question. We don't have it now, but I saw a question. Please talk about Edgar Davids. You saw him playing, Gareth, because you are younger than me, eh? Davids. You don't know. I know. So Edgar Davids, top player from Holland, he's not playing anymore. But he played at Juve for years and years and years with the mighty number 26, dreadlocks, sunglasses when he was
Oh,
playing.
I know who you're talking about now. I know who you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
oh.
yeah.
What can I say personally about Edgar David? I saw him playing live as well. A beast, a beast. A funny. I will tell one funny story, and then we go to a next question. I will try to close after that. But a funny story of Edgar Davids, because the guy, a beast. He was talking with players in the tunnel before entering the game. And at a certain moment, he said to, I believe it was a Montero. I'm not sure about who he said it to. He said to Montero, "Who are we playing against?" He didn't. The guy didn't even know the name of the team he was playing against just before playing versus them. Amazing. I love that story. But it was crazy. It was crazy. I love it. The Pitbull. Indeed. El Guerrero is also saying the Pitbull. Uh, yeah. uh, Top player. Top player. Uh, Best Juve of the decade. That's a big story. Yeah. I was waiting for a more challenging question, guys, for a debate, but apparently there is not. Uh, we talk about Dybala already. Uh,
I'll
Gareth,
I'll finance his I'll finance Dybala's air fees to travel and piss off. Um, the G is Ricky Ponting, England community leader.
thank
Mate,
you.
Ricky Ponting is the absolute man.
Who's
Ricky
Ricky
Pont
Ponting? It's a cricket
Ricky,
player.
one of the greatest batsmen of all time, Giuseppe, former Australian captain, had the greatest pull shot of all time. Absolute legend of the sport, and one of my favorite players of all time. So
Here.
to
Cap-
be called Ricky Ponting is a great honor. Khabib all day long, baby, all day long. Khabib Nurmagomedov, that's my guy, the goat, the goat. You know who I was with actually for the UFC fans here in the chat. I was with Alexander Volkanovski watching the fights. So the UFC featherweight champion. I was with him watching the fights on Sunday for us. So that was cool. I was at a bar with him watching the fights. But is Ronaldo Messi era over? Absolutely not. I think Messi is
That's a
going.
good debate.
Look, Messi is on a decline. We can all see that. The guy hasn't scored from open play in like how long? Like 12 games. It's pretty obvious that he can't beat players like he used to. But see, he's a player. I'll start rambling on about this. See, Messi was a player that relied on his agility and his nimbleness and quick acceleration and speed to beat players and then go through on goal. Once he started to lose that, which we saw begin last season, really going heavily now, he can't do that stuff anymore. You see him get dispossessed. He can't beat players like he used to. He tries to, and it just doesn't work. And the thing is, he doesn't have the physical attributes that Ronaldo has to just be a great goal scorer by using his height or ability in the box. Whereas Ronaldo, as he got older, he's not as quick as he used to be. He's still ridiculously quick and he's still ridiculously good, but he's not the athlete he used to be. But see, he's been blessed with height and that knowledge and instinct inside the box where he's no longer a winger that grabs the ball at halfway, runs the whole pitch, makes everyone look like an idiot, and scores a banging goal. He chills out in the box, gets himself into great goal scoring positions, and scores goals. And what more can you ask of the guy? And see, he's fortunate. So that's why I rate him higher in the GOAT conversation. He began as a winger, as literally a left midfielder, and
Yeah.
developed into one of the greatest goal scorers the greatest goal scorer of all time. So, look, for me, that adaptation that he did and that evolution of him as a footballer is so good.
For me, the era is not over because they are still there. Okay, now the competition versus them is for me over. I was discussing last time with someone that said to me, because I said I don't care about the game versus Barcelona that we have to play. I say I don't care at all. The tension, the suspense, for sure. When I will watch the 90 minutes, I will be full of tension because it's still Juve, but it's not the same anymore because we are already qualified. And if you want to go first position, it means you will have to go for 3-0 versus Barcelona. That's difficult.
No, mate, it's honestly possible. They're terrible this season.
Yeah, it's possible, but first or second today it doesn't really
Doesn't
matter
matter.
anymore. So for me, the impact, it's not like last game of the group where you have to play, you have to win or equalize to be. So the tension is not there anymore. And if you see the performances of Messi he didn't even want to stay at Barcelona anymore. He's, as you said, technically it's a bit more difficult for him. Mentally, it's over. He stayed because he was obliged to stay. So that confrontation, Ronaldo Messi, would have been amazing the first game. Today, it's it. So the era is not over. It will last again, and Ronaldo will be alone. They are not even playing in the same liga anymore. So it's a distance thing. So I think it's time for the new generation to take it. But at the moment, you have no one near to the level of Ronaldo. It's quite difficult. So
He's by far the best player in the world at the moment,
I think
which is
it was
incredible
like
for a guy that turns
Ronaldo.
36 in February.
Yeah, I think it was like Ronaldo, and then you had Messi, who was upcoming, where they were about the same level, and then you see Messi again going down, while the other one
Yeah.
is still there, he's still performing.
See,
Great.
for me at the moment, my top three players are Ronaldo, Neymar, and Harry Kane. Harry Kane has been ridiculously good this season.
You think that's a player that would play somewhere else than in UK in Premier League?
I don't think he leaves Spurs. Not with the direction they're going in now. They're building really, really nicely, man. They are building very, very nicely, and the money they would ask for him is ridiculous.
What about Lewandowski? Why is he not scoring in Champions League? I have him in the
Okay,
Champions
hold
League.
on. Let me bring up a very, very important point. Lewandowski's been a known choker in big games. Last season for Bayern, if you take away all his goals in the knockout stages, none of the game's results would differ. He did not score one meaningful goal in any of the knockout games.
Now this season is not even scoring from.
Now he's not. Yeah, now he's not scoring at all. But look, I think I prefer Harry Kane to Lewandowski. I think Lewandowski is a great striker, but I just personally prefer Harry Kane because he's been doing it so consistently for Tottenham, and that team wasn't great for a lot of the time he's been doing it.
Is Lo Celso a solid option?
Yes, 100%, but won't leave. Dude, if you look at all the Spurs training videos or just their social media or just the documentary, those guys have such a great atmosphere at that club. Like, they are so happy.
I have a question for you. A great one. So, most valuable player for what they are doing with their club, between Ronaldo, Ibrahimovic, and Lukaku. I'm not saying the best. It's not. So for people in the chat, we are not speaking about the best player. We're speaking about most valuable. What does that mean? It's the impact that the player is doing with their team to actually bring them to the level. Okay, so the value that they bring.
It's Ronaldo. It's
Why?
Ronaldo.
Why is
because the whole
Ronaldo?
team's mentality is them. It's not just the goals he scores; it's the mentality he brings on the pitch. You saw who was it against that he came back when we were 1-1, and then he came on and scored a goal after 2 minutes. The first game after COVID. Who we play?
It
Spezia or
was
something.
Spezia,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Look,
Or
the whole
yeah.
team. Look, he comes on the pitch. The whole team's mentality changes. Those games he didn't play, they looked like pussies on the pitch. Let's be real. Like he brings a different mentality out of all the players around him. So, look, people will say Zlatan, and yes, he's been very, very good for AC Milan. He's scoring goals, but Ronaldo just brings. He lifts everybody in the team, and Ibrahimovic, I don't think he does that as much. So
For
for
me,
me, it's Ronaldo.
it's difficult. I was listening to a David Amoyal podcast, and that's where I got the question from because they were talking about it, and I agree with what he was saying. He was explaining in the podcast. It was quite good, actually. He was saying that the three players are actually perfect in the team they are playing now,
Yeah,
because
100%.
an Ibrahimovic would not have given the same as Ronaldo to Juve, because we didn't need an Ibrahimovic. We needed a Ronaldo to elevate the squad, because Ibrahimovic would never do that. Ibrahimovic is okay. I'm the attention. I'm the leader, and he's loved to play with all those young guys. And he's like the father. He and it's actually the boost that we had with Conte in 2011, because that's what we needed, a big leader, and Conte could do that in 2011 versus Del Neri and Zaccheroni, for example. And I believe that Ibra is really doing it well at Milan. Lukaku is actually totally good for Inter because it's absolutely what Conte wanted. So he's bringing the value, and you see what Lukaku is not playing, it's really even worse with Inter. Um, and then
Yep.
Ronaldo is there. So for me, also the one that is bringing the most value is still Ronaldo at the end, because we saw a lot of games without Ibrahimovic at Milan, and you see that Rebic is taking over. Now he's a bit in the shadow, but look, now he will
Yeah.
not be there three weeks. I'm sure Rebic will score a
Do you
bit.
know? Do you know who's the most valuable player to their team in Serie A? Papu Gomez, Atalanta.
He's good. He's good. Yeah.
Dude, you take him out of that team.
Yesterday he was really good again. Huh?
Incredible. I'm telling you, you take him out of that team. Nah.
Milan will be our biggest opponent for Serie A.
I still say Lazio.
No, you're crazy.
Bro, when they've had like COVID shit all season. When they get this like squad together, they're gonna be good. Have you not seen them in the Champions League? How they've played?
For me, yeah, they played well, but you know what will happen with Lazio? They will again crash. But they can't play every 3 days.
I don't think they'll crash.
Yeah, I
I
think
th-
I think they will.
I think you'll see. They had a rough start to the season because they had such a negative finish to the season before. But look, I think if they don't have all the COVID and injury ridiculousness that they've had, I think the experience of last season will keep them good because I think Inter are falling apart. Conte, when there was rumors of him leaving, I think they shouldn't have stayed together. I think that's just getting worse and worse by the day. AC Milan will do an AC Milan, and well, we know what they do.
Can you do a top four prediction, and then I will do mine.
Let's go Juventus.
Right, I will write down.
I'm
I
gonna
need.
go Juventus.
Go. Think about it.
Juventus, then Lazio.
Yeah.
Then AC Milan.
Yeah.
Then Inter.
So Juve, Lazio, Milan, Inter.
Yep.
I think Juve first by far. I tell you.
No,
Then I
yes, definitely.
then I believe Napoli, Roma, and Milan.
Napoli second.
Yeah,
On
yeah,
what basis?
they are good. They were really shit versus Milan. I agree,
No,
but
they're not good at all. Gattuso's not a coach.
I saw some really nice things. I believe they will be second, but far from Juve, not near to it. Okay,
I
Napoli
can't
or Roma, to or second.
I can't believe you've got Napoli second.
Yeah, I think you will see.
I can't. I'm shocked.
You can be shocked
I
how.
think
That's
they're
why we do
shit.
black or white. You will
I
see.
think they're shit. I think
No,
they'll
I
struggle to make top six.
even look for Diego Unstoppable motivation. Even they will have a boost. Napoli are better than Lazio. Thank you, Matthias de Ligt, Cristiano Ronaldo,
Nah.
Morata. We will speak about Morata, but let me know, guys. Gareth, who is a decent coach for you?
For Juventus or just in general, who's a decent coach?
I think it's more in general.
All right. Klopp, Pep. Let me think. Gasparini's good. Inzaghi's good. Simeone is good. Allegri is good. There's quite a few. Hansi Flick's good. Nagelsmann is good. Deschamps is good.
I would love Deschamps one day.
Oh man,
Giacomo's there. Ciao, Giacomo. What
Deschamps would
about
be so
Morata?
good.
What about Morata? Because I was not convinced about.
Do you remember
I
when
said it again.
we did the JB World episode straight afterwards, and I was Mr. Positivity for once in my life. Remember, I put my positive necklace
Yeah,
on.
it's true.
Yeah. I put my positivity necklace on, and I was quite happy. And was I right? He's
I hope I hope he can continue Morata, but
I think he
I
will.
said it. Huh?
I think you mentally something's different.
You know what is different? I will tell you. The son,
He grew a
the
pair
son
of
of
balls.
no, the son of Pirlo, he was at home at the home of Marata with the kids in his hand and it was written like Zio Pirlo, so they are really, really stick to each other because their family knows each other. He's a bit the protected of Pirlo. And I believe that with Pirlo, yeah, he can continue because mentally it will help him a lot. And that's a bit of pity for a player that you needed a protector to be able to perform like that because he didn't grow a lot of balls. He feels now really welcome and good, but when he was playing for Simeone or Conte, it was not the same. Huh?
Yeah, no, because those guys don't tolerate shit at all.
But I like the guy. But for me, I think the big difference is Pirlo. That Pirlo wanted him, he trusted him.
One thing I want from Morata is to learn how to stay the fuck on side.
It's difficult. He said to everyone, I said, I need to have a smaller feet.
Yeah, it's how many disallowed goals this season? Like 11.
This season, he scored like wait, it was 6 in Serie A. I think it's at 9 now. Nine goals. Or maybe even more. I think 9. Yeah, but he's doing really, really well. Uh, I'm happy. Yeah. The goal when
No,
he entered,
I'm talking about how many disallowed goals he's had.
a lot of disallowed.
Bro, he'd be like top scorer in the world right now if VAR didn't exist.
Look, I believe this is so true. If Filippo Inzaghi was born in the Champions League era, it would be a lot of offside. It's true. Okay. Is it? I think it was a nice one. I have Paolo. Paolo is there. Ciao, Paolo.
Yeah, I thought
We
that
are
was
doing a
Paolo.
new.
What's up, mate?
It's
How are
it's
you?
it's our Paolo. We are doing a new concept. Ciao, Elvin. The new concept is quite nice. It's black or white. The chat decide the topic. Unpopular and then we try to have a controversial talk without, we said that the uncensored, unprepared, we just speak what you think. So Paolo, I would love to have an amazing question for you, a tricky question that we didn't answer yet today. So if you have one, we close with a question of Paolo. I would love to.
Now we wait.
Yeah, I wait for Paolo's question.
And don't call me a screensaver.
Screensaver. No, this time you were alive. I can guarantee you. Now Paolo is thinking about the question. Leo is saying, "Can you do a video about your Juve jerseys collection?" I have a nice concept. It's the jersey battles, but I have to find the time, guys. Sometimes I'm not even sleeping. I'm dead.
This is the first year I didn't buy the any of the jerseys.
Yeah, but you will soon. It's Black Friday, guys.
Oh no, I'm not. No, they decided to be cheap in the summer by hiring Pirlo. I've decided to be cheap and not buy any of their jerseys.
You know, you need to buy. You need to buy because then you will regret it.
I don't, mate. The only jersey I would buy is a Khedira jersey.
I have a question from you. First, I will read. Morata will learn some onside tricks from CR7. I hope so. I saw a question about Bonucci from Giacomo. What about Bonucci? From the moment he's ready. Okay, let's say they are all ready. Demiral, Bonucci, Chiellini, and De Ligt. They play or not? Who plays?
I think for this season it has to be De Ligt and Bonucci. I think for all their shortcomings, you need a little bit of experience and a bit of an older head, and yeah. But I'm not the biggest Bonucci fan, not just because of the whole snake thing or whatever, but just because I don't rate him as a defender. But Demiral is very hit or miss at this point in time, and I don't know. Like De Ligt is great, and I don't think he would struggle at all. But I want him to focus on further developing and improving himself rather than having to sort of baby Demiral around to an extent and make sure that he's doing the right thing. Whereas having Bonucci next to De Ligt for this season could really allow De Ligt to hit that next level as really become one of the best centre backs in the world. And then at the point he can be captain, and then he can obviously have Demiral next to him or whatever. But I think Bonucci is a starter for the rest of this season, but into next season, no.
I believe you know my opinion. I always said I prefer to see this season Bonucci and the league together from
Yep.
next season together with Demiral. Now I have to say I would play 50-50 Demiral also to integrate him in the
Oh,
team.
you can definitely play Demiral against Serie A teams below us and stuff like that, but in Champions League, it has to be Bonucci and De Ligt.
We received a question of Paolo, and then it's a question that we kind of already answered about Pirlo if it's not if it's equally with Sarri, so it means the trophies of Sarri, Serie A, because that's what we want, and same ashamed defeats.
If you win the league, it's a success. The goal for the season was always to win the league. It's a success. Coppa Italia and all that, it's nice, but I don't personally really care. I don't know if it sounds bad, but it's not something that keeps me awake at night or stresses me out. Champions League, we're not at the level to win it. Like, you never know what can happen, but we're not at the level to win it. Bayern Munich are ridiculous. Manchester City are ridiculous. There's so many good teams. It's tough. But if he wins the league, that's a success for me.
The most important question: why is the channel not yet at 9K? It's already 3 days that I'm at 8,950. What's happening? Why is the channel not at 9K?
Mate, it's YouTube. It's rigged. They're doing the Trump to you as well. It's karma for you rigging the first results in your favor.
Yeah,
the Bernadeschi
indeed.
question.
They stopped the count. No, but it's true.
They stopped the count.
They stopped the count. No, it's simple. YouTube, it's an algorithm, and they base themselves if you put the likes and if you share, the videos in WhatsApp groups and so on. So, I'm just checking. Like we had like in total 100,000 people that were watching. We were at a certain moment at 150 people simultaneously. We had 84 likes. Yeah, then that's why the channel is not it's not going at 9K. 84 like. What do you want to do with that? Um, it is what it is, guys. I had a really nice. When you reach 10K, you should react to your old videos. I will probably do something really nice on this in January, the 2nd of January. The channel is 1 year. So I would do something really nice. If I hit 10K before, I don't believe it because we have 1 month to go. Then probably I want to offer something nice on the channel for people that are there since so long. Want to do a giveaway, nice giveaway. But
Give away a fully expense paid trip to Turin
yeah,
to
I
watch
will do
Juventus.
that. It is what it is, guys.
I've thrown you
Gareth,
under
do you
the
have
bus there,
that?
mate.
No, I will not answer. I will not do that. But I can guarantee that the next time I go to the stadium, that will be an amazing time for everyone. Um,
Mate, I'll have to
Gareth,
meet you there.
last question for you. You can answer that one. It has not Juve related, but England versus Belgium in Nation League final. Who's winning?
Belgium. Belgium.
Yeah, I would say Belgium as well because England they never win anything. Guys, thank you for the. I hope you like the format. Who is totally not prepared is just we start, we talk, we have different opinions
We
sometimes.
thought of this like a few hours ago.
Yeah, we decided we make a new cover, black or white, because it's we take a decision. You guided through it your question. I hope you liked it. I hope you want to see it more. We don't promise any timing. We'll try to do it a lot, like once a week. If not, we do it every 2 weeks. But a lot of debates, hard talks, uncensored, unprepared, and it's the people that decide the question. Uh, maybe we can do something because Michael gave me a really great idea. He said maybe we should open a kind of a mailbox where people can send their question through video, and then we do a selection of the videos. Can be for the future.
Yeah,
That would be
that
nice.
would be fun.
Yeah, we should do something like that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
My great friend Aman is saying it was nice. Peace out.
Thanks,
Don't
man.
forget, put a like. Put a like. Ciao.